Hello and welcome, everybody. We are live from Fort Mill, South Carolina. You're in the zone. That is the TNA Wrestling Fan Zone. For your information, your previews, your news, and predictions all about TNA Wrestling. Now, let us welcome our TNA Wrestling Fan Zone superstars.
Whoa, whoa, we on the night. Whoa, yeah, come on the night. We on the night. Yeah, we on the night. That's right. Are you ready? Here we go. Let's get it started. Illuminate the darkness. You know who go the hardest. Now roll out the red carpet. The night is strong and it belongs to us. Yeah. The time has come. Now raise them up. When we hit the streets, it's a main event. Like we landed on the moon. Nothing been the same since. Now let the limelight shine bright. We're in our prime, at the time of our life. We on the night. Yeah. Hear us screaming louder. Can you see the fire in our eyes? Come on. We on the night. Walk among the giants in a den of lions. It's our time. That's right. We on the night. Whoa, whoa. We on the night. Whoa, whoa. We on the night. Living to the fullest like we dodging bullets. Heart racing, car chasing, amazing. We everywhere, doing everything. Don't blink, you don't wanna miss a thing. Let's go. Living to the fullest like we dodging bullets. Heart racing, car chasing, amazing. We everywhere, doing everything. Don't blink, you don't wanna miss a thing. We on the night. Yeah. We on the night. That's right. We on the night. We on the night. We on the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am Michael Miner, and I have taken over Impact Wrestling Fan Zone presents No Surrender pay-per-view review because I am your two-time prediction heavyweight champion. I'm the El Champion now because I beat Fatback Greasy. You see, I am still the champion because I am a two-time
Wait, ladies and gentlemen. I am the owner, Travis Neely of the Impact Wrestling Slam Zone, and I am the owner of EOW on the TWF network. So go and check that out if you haven't, and subscribe. And also subscribe to us right here on Impact Wrestling if you haven't as well. But Michael Miner, right now on the No Surrender review show for Impact Wrestling, you know what? You are the new prediction champion, but wait. I got attacked by the dumb fatback Greasy on your channel, on your prediction show. You've seen it, Michael Miner. You've seen it.
Yes, I did.
Got knocked out and attacked and threw into this chair and knocked me out. And I wasn't able to predict my championship. I wasn't able to do the predictions. I wasn't able to defend this championship, which I don't know why you have a championship, because this is the championship. I have no idea. But you know what? I am declaring right now, since I haven't got my predictions in to defend this championship, Michael Miner, I'm sorry, but I am now the interim predictions champion. So I'm sorry. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about this, Michael Miner? Because I am still the prediction champion.
Something to break up this tie and this interim champion to declare the undisputed champion. I'm challenging you to a match after a long way to the top pay-per-view. Exclusive match, you versus me. The winner becomes the undisputed prediction heavyweight champion.
So if you want to do that, Michael, if you want to have a one-on-one match to finally determine the prediction champion, well, you know what, Michael Miner? You're on. The owner, Travis Neely, is ready for that match. You're on, Michael Miner. So we'll have it after a long way to the top. I'm fine with that.
But we're going to hang them above the ring, and we're going to have a ladder match.
Well, that's fine. Let's have the ladder match while no interruptions happen, while no attacks happen. And let's also make another announcement. Let's ban Fatback Greasy from the arena.
Okay, we'll ban him from the arena.
That's right. So nobody can interrupt, and we can finally determine just who the Impact Wrestling Slams On versus Gaming Slams On prediction champion is.
Take that belt.
So we'll find out, ladies and gentlemen, at next exclusive match after Long Way to the Top. Tune in on the TWF Network. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put my belt aside here. But tonight is the No Surrender review show. So, Michael Miner, what did you think of No Surrender last night? I know you beat Fatback Greasy in the predictions. I seen it last night. But man, what did you think of beating Fatback Greasy, but you didn't beat me?
I'm still mad about the results. I'm still mad at what Jay White did to the Guerrillas of Destiny. They should have been your new Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions right here, right now. But no, Chris Bay and Jay White, you're going to get what's coming to you.
And the new members is returned to the Bullet Club, the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows, and they're drunks. That's all they do. They drank and go ahead. What does Carl Anderson do? You mentioned it on the prediction show.
Fake his retirement.
That's right. He faked his retirement. So man, what a swerve that was. And we're also going to talk about the ending. We will talk about the ending when we get towards that part, but let's go ahead and talk a little bit about it. Eddie, Mr. Heel Turn Eddie. What do you think about Eddie Heel Turn?
Oh, man, I was shocked when Eddie Edwards turned on Team Impact. I was like, yep, I knew this was going to happen. It's going to be predictable. We predicted on the prediction show that somebody's going to turn. We thought it was somebody else, but we all knew it was going to be Eddie Edwards.
And that was just perfect. That was so perfect. And he rips the Impact logo off of his rain jacket. That was like, he's like, that was a disgrace to Impact, in my opinion. It's like, I don't give a crap. I'm not the heart and soul of Impact anymore, and I'm no more. I'm honor no more.
But it was kind of goofy, ladies and gentlemen, at the ending. If you saw on Fight TV, it ended. It looked like a Impact Wrestling after show type deal. It was like a little skippet of an after show of a cameraman just pointing at the patch like some idiot, and then it zoomed down to them. It's like, it was weird.
It was weird, and they laid the patch on the ring apron. It's like, we should have had a longer after show, because they did that one time when Kurt Angle debuted at No Surrender back a long time ago in around 2006 era. They went off the air, and then they finally come back on, and Don West was like, holy crap, Kurt Angle and TNA, and like the whole crowd erupted. And I actually had that on video, but it's not on Impact Plus. They didn't put it on the DVD or something. I wish they did, but at least I have that on video. I'm glad I saved that. But anyway, that was awesome. To me, Michael Miner, I think they should do more after shows. You remember back in the day when they did the post shows live?
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I do miss that show. This is how I met Travis Neely. Was on the Impact Wrestling after show where we used to tear the living crap out of the superstars. We used to. My tweet was read by Miss Beautiful SoCal Val. I can't. I just can't get that out of my brain of that tweet that she read. And but yeah, I miss those days.
And don't forget, Michael, we had Christopher Daniels mention the Hearts of Spades one night.
Yep.
That was incredible. That we found out he was a fan of the Hearts of Spades, and we were like, what? That was so cool. But anyway, back to No Surrender. Eddie Edwards turning heel. I can't wait to see where this goes. We'll talk more about it at the end here. But overall, Michael, what did you think of the whole show?
I thought it was awesome.
It was incredible. It was more better than the crap chamber. That's all I had to say.
God, don't let me hear. Yeah, I know. It saved my day because I was watching that, and oh my God, it put me to sleep.
Yeah, I have to agree. So let's go ahead and get started with the night. It started with the pre-show, the countdown to No Surrender, with the X Division champion Trey Miguel taking on John Skyler in a random match. And this is not for the X Division championship. I didn't understand why, but your thoughts, Michael, on this whole match?
Me neither. Yeah, it was a put together match, but they should have put the title on the line. But yeah, it was just kind of weird.
Yeah, it was kind of. I don't know why the title was not on the line, but it was a pretty good match. It was kind of short. I kind of wanted John Skyler to win it and him get the win, and maybe get a shot in the future against the Trey Miguel.
Yeah.
That would have been epic, but they didn't go that route. They went another route on the Fatal 4-Way match. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But Trey hit a missile drop kick, and then he soared over the top rope to the floor with a senton. And then Trey hits his signature move that he does with the knees off the top rope onto John Skyler, and he scored the victory. So any more opinions on this match before we move on?
Not really. I thought it was a good match, but I wish it was just for the title.
I agree. So next we have Gia Miller interviewed Team Impact with Eddie Edwards, Rich Swann, Chris Sabin, Rhino, Steve Macklin ahead of the big showdown against Honor No More in the main event tonight. Team Impact is on the same page as they look to send Honor No More packing. So that's what that was about. So next we had Tenille Dashwood with the Influence, Fatback Greasies, Hot Fry, Madison Rayne, and Kaleb with a K versus Havok with Rosemary. And Michael, go ahead, take it away. You predicted Havok to win. She got the win. What did you think of this?
I thought it was a good match. I knew that I was going to pick them to win it. But yeah, it was good to see them win that match. Sorry, Fatback, but guess what? I predicted correctly. You got it wrong.
Yeah.
Because if we thought Kaleb with the K didn't have that little phone call from the inspiration, yeah.
Yeah, what's all this about? I seen that. I was like, he got the phone call. It was a picture of the inspiration on his phone.
Yep.
Madison Rayne was upset over that, and it costed Tenille Dashwood. It got her distracted. Do you think, Michael, that Kaleb with a K is going to eventually turn on the Influence and go over to the inspiration? Does the inspiration really need Kaleb with a K? I think that'll mess their gimmick up a little bit.
Yeah, I really don't think they really need him at all, but yeah, I think he's gonna turn on them and go with the inspiration.
That's what it looks like, unless it's just the inspiration's trying to get into his head, and maybe that he gets fed up with both of these teams, and maybe he goes on his own, just get away from these two teams, and he's just a single wrestler. To me, I think he would be great in the X Division.
Yeah, I think so too.
But here's what happened, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on, Sam, real quick. While I'm gonna let Travis go ahead with the next match because this guy's got to use the restroom.
All right. Well, we'll have Michael Miner back in just a few minutes. So this is what happened, ladies and gentlemen. Dashwood hit the top rope crossbody for a two count. Knockouts World Tag Team Champions Inspiration. We talked about that where they called Kaleb with a K on his phone. Havok capitalizes over that distraction and hits his tombstone pie driver to get the win. And that was the end of the No Surrender countdown to No Surrender countdown pre-show. So that ended. And so we opened the main show with Chris Bay, one half of the Bullet Club, taking on Ace Austin with Madman Fulton versus Jake Something versus Mike Bailey, Speedball Mike Bailey, in an X Division #1 contenders match. Whoever wins faces Trey Miguel, I'm guessing either on an episode of Impact in the next 2 weeks or at Sacrifice, because, ladies and gentlemen, there's only 2 weeks. We only 2 weeks away from Sacrifice on March 5th. That's something that's crazy to think we're just 2 weeks away from the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, it is weird.
Yeah, so what do you think about this, Michael? It's like 2 weeks away, only 2 weeks build.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of weird of a 2-week build going into Sacrifice. It's just gonna be kind of weird. I mean, what matches are gonna be scheduled and stuff like that. Getting everything set up in 2 weeks, it's gonna be kind of hard.
Yeah, it's weird. But I'm now. I just announced the first match. It happened on No Surrender, the Fatal 4-Way for the X Division Championship. Michael, your thoughts on Jake Something becoming your new #1 contender to face Trey Miguel? I'm thinking Sacrifice. If not, it's going to be in the next 2 weeks on Impact.
I was not happy because I wanted my boy Chris Bay to win it, to give the Bullet Club a victory, but seeing him win it is just.
I was shocked when Jake Something won. I was like, really? He had really no push at all for the longest time in the last couple months. He wasn't winning anything, and now he won this match, and now he's getting a push. Do you think he's going to finally win this X Division Championship, or is it just
no? He's going to lose it.
And you think it's like a short push?
I think it's a short push. He's going to lose the match at Sacrifice or whenever they have the match.
Well, we do know that it ain't going to be next week because we'll talk about this in a minute. But Jake Something is going to team with Trey Miguel to take on Ace Austin and Speedball Mike Bailey. That's happening next week. So we know that's not going to happen. If the match is going to happen, it's going to happen at the last Impact before Sacrifice. But I think they're going to make it for Sacrifice.
Yeah, I think so too.
So we had an insane match here. We had a lot of dives to the outside. We had a frog splash by Bay, and we had Austin and Bay get into it. Bay connects with the art of his move, that cutter move on Bailey. Jake Something catches Austin with a midair move into the void to win the match and become the #1 contender. So I really wanted Bay to win it too, but to me they're never going to give Bay anything.
No.
So now we have Eric Young delivers one final message to Jay White ahead of his first time ever match tonight. Young calls himself the best all-around professional wrestler in the business has ever seen. Hold on. What, Eric? What? Yeah. Okay. All right. You want me to tell Michael Miner that? All right. All right. Well, there, Michael Miner. Eric Young has just let me know that he's very upset with you for going with Jay White, and he's very pissed off right now that Jay White beat him.
He'll be mad all the time, but my boy won the match. Plain simple.
What, Eric? All right. Eric said you don't want him to come down to Wisconsin.
Come to Wisconsin, I dare ya.
Hold on. Eric, he said that he dares you to come to Wisconsin. What? Okay. All right. All right. So you want me to tell him this? He's going to come to Wisconsin and he's going to beat you up, Michael Miner. Man.
Yeah, okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we got to move on. I don't know what Eric Young's talking about, but anyway. So, next we have Jonah versus Black Taurus. And we have Jonah collides with Black Taurus in a big hoss fight. So what do you think about this, Michael Miner? Jonah versus Black Taurus. You said, oh, I don't give a crap about Black Taurus. You really didn't care about this match because you don't like big men going at it. But go ahead.
I didn't care about the match, but I knew my boy was going to win it. I had the right pick. And Fatback's in here picking Black Taurus. I guess he's addicted to bulls. Because I think he has bulls up his butt too much. But anywho, I picked Jonah to squash the living crap on him. But I got to say, those two put on a damn good match. Bar none. Those two put on one hell of a match. I mean, if it was for some title like in AAA, those two would have had a good match.
Yeah, it would have been epic there. But Jonah hits a thunderous power bomb followed by a clothesline, and Jonah finished it off and beats Black Taurus with that big old frog splash from the top rope there. I think he killed Black Taurus there, Michael.
Yeah, like just destroyed him.
So next we have Ace Austin and Madman Fulton confront Jake something in the back. And Trey Miguel is in the back. And after that, Jake becomes, he's the number one contender. Austin tells Jake that he got lucky tonight, leading to a challenge being laid out by Trey Miguel for a tag team match this Thursday night. So we already done talked about that. Michael, any thoughts on this backstage confrontation with Ace Austin and Trey Miguel?
No.
So now we move on to Eric Young versus Jay White. I'm going to let Michael Miner go ahead and take it away because he really enjoyed this match. So, Michael, go ahead, tell the fans what you thought of the match and what happened.
I got to say it was a good match. I thought those two put on a match. Eric Young, I know you so-called want to come to Wisconsin to beat me up, but the thing is, you and Jay White put on a match. That's why I told you guys this was going to be my match of the night and possibly going to be part of the Gaming Slam Zone 32's third annual award show, which is going to be match of the year right there. So I wouldn't have to be so mad about it, but I got to say that will be match of the year this year. I can predict it's going to be match of the year winner for my end, but I will have to see what PWI, Pro Wrestling Insiders, and what their results are going to be for their end. But I would say this one's going to be the match of the night or match of the year. For me, it will be, I don't care. That match is going to be the first nomination. Eric Young, you and Jay White are going to be the first nominations of match of the year for this year.
Well, I thought it was an awesome, epic match. I thought that Eric was going to get the win when he hit that elbow drop off the top. I was like, it's over. Come on.
Yep.
But it was only a 2 count. Did you see that pile driver on the apron by Eric Young to Jay White?
Oh man, I when he did that to Jay White, I'm like, yep, he's done. He's over. His career's over with.
I thought it was over too. And Young got Jay White back in the ring. Jay White kicked out, and then White, out of nowhere, hits the Blade Runner and scores the victory on Eric Young. And Jay White is your winner of the night, and we all know that you're happy over that. Next, we had Ace Austin tries to continue his friendship with Mike Bailey. We already done talked about that, so we're going to move on, Michael. ROH Women's world champion and AAA Reina Del Reyna's champion Deonna Purrazzo in a champ open challenge. So,
Yep.
Michael, what did you think of this? I think that it was just, it's all right. It wasn't nothing spectacular here. But Michael, what is your thoughts on this match?
I thought it was a good match. That whole seeing this weird lady, some Melissa or whatever this lady's name was, challenging for the Ring of Honor Women's title, which um, Tom Phillips did a great job telling the story about when she was in the tournament with former champion Roxy in that tournament they did for the women's world title tournament just last year, just before Ring of Honor went off the air for a hiatus, which they're going to be coming back pretty soon. Hopefully, one of these days, I'm going to cover Ring of Honor pretty soon. But yeah, I mean, she held both titles. I thought maybe she would go for the AAA title because she was more in AAA type deal, but it was good to see her challenge for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. Congratulations to Deonna Purrazzo retaining the title. I can't wait to see if she's going to do this again because this champion open challenge thing was amazing, where she puts the titles in the air and they pick which title they're going to face. That's the kind of deal I like about it's. You put the title up and you put two different titles from two different companies in the air. Which one you want? You want to challenge me for this title? You want to challenge me for that title? That is the kind of deal I wish Ring of Honor did, or not Ring of Honor, but AEW did with Kenny Omega when Kenny Omega was the AAA Mega Champion, the AEW World Champion, and he also had the Impact Wrestling title, which we knew that was going to be at Rampage, one of the first ever. I think it was the first ever episode of Rampage that was Christian versus Kenny Omega for the title, which that was a good match. But yeah, I like this whole champion open challenge thing. I hope she can continue it going into Sacrifice, and then maybe Valkyrie coming in. But we'll just have to wait and see what goes down with that. But it was a good match.
Yeah, it was an awesome match. You know, I'm loving the open challenge deal too. I just didn't know who this lady was. They said she was from Ring of Honor or something. The Lucha Baddie, Marita Aliz or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know who she was either.
Yeah, I was like, who? But anyway, it was a great match. Like Tom Phillips made this match more watchable as he was telling the story. But yeah, I have to agree with you there, Michael. I really hope that maybe we get Tara Valkyrie here because she was on AAA saying that she is challenging Deonna Purrazzo for the AAA Reina de Reinas Championship at AAA very soon. But could we see this match happen very soon and she comes to Impact Wrestling?
Yeah, that or maybe if they do a whole in AAA, they do a number one contendership shot where she faces the winner and Valkyrie wins it. She comes over to Impact like, hey, you owe me a match for that AAA title. I want to challenge you for that title at Sacrifice or some pay-per-view.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, and you know, they were in New Orleans, you know, and it would have been awesome if we did get to see some kind of appearance from Roxy Laveau. That would have been really. She wouldn't have had to wrestle. I mean, it would just have been a good appearance for nostalgia reasons. Yep. Your thoughts on it didn't happen. It could happen at the tapings in the next few weeks, but I doubt it. They didn't do it here. So, Michael, your thoughts on we not getting the Voodoo Queen from New Orleans?
I thought so too. I wanted to. I mean, Fatback predicted too. I wanted to see her come to AEW or come to Impact because they were in New Orleans, and I thought maybe, she's going to come to New Orleans. the challenge for the title, but it was like, nope, not going to give you that. But it's like, sucks.
Yeah, it was. So next, Gia Miller interviews Chapel Hart. Michael Miner has a lot to say about this, who sang the national anthem earlier at No Surrender at the beginning of the show. Knockouts world champion Hillbilly James tells Chelsea Green that after she defeats Tasha Steelz tonight, she's going to give Green the next opportunity at her world championship. So, Michael, let's go on and talk about your favorite group, Chapel Hart.
Are you serious? They're not my favorites.
You told me.
They sounded horrible, ladies and gentlemen. They sounded horrible. They didn't know how to sing the national anthem. I had to turn down my speaker on my chair, my sitting chair. As you can see, it's on the floor. I had to turn that sucker down just not to listen. I even had to go into the bathroom and almost throw up. Like, oh my God. I wish I had some earbuds that I could just put in my ears and be like, la 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 la. You crappy idiots done with yet?
And it's like, who are these people? I've never heard of these singers. It's like,
I've never heard of them before. I think I've heard some of them before, but I haven't heard any of them before.
It was also mentioned by Tom Phillips on commentary that Mickie James did a concert with Chapel Hart in New Orleans the night before No Surrender. Your thoughts?
Good for them. Don't care.
All right. So what do you think about Mickie James also telling Chelsea Green that she's going to get an opportunity after she wins tonight, after she won a No Surrender?
That's the thing. That if you guys don't know, but Chelsea Green is starting to remind me. If you guys don't know, if you go back to the old WWE days, the match before WrestleMania 20, I think it was WrestleMania 19 or 18. I can't remember which one. It was when The Undertaker, I can't remember which WrestleMania it was, but they built it up to where Mickie James was the all lovey-dovey with Trish Stratus and, oh, I want to challenge you for the title. And then that's when she turned. That's what I'm thinking that Chelsea Green is doing. She's doing a little bit of Mickie James, and Mickie James is Trish Stratus. Mickie should be thinking, oh, wait, she's trying to play me back in the WWF days or WWE days when I challenged Trish Stratus for the WWE Women's Championship at a WrestleMania. She's starting to remind me of me from back then. That will work perfectly with this whole her playing the old nicey, I love you, you're my friend. I wish I could challenge. I would love to challenge you for a title. And then, somehow they go into the ring, they do a promo on Impact next week or this week, and they all love each other. They're all friendly. Here comes Matt Cardona and low blow, turn Chelsea Green heel. Then that will build the match to sacrifice, and then you would have a good match with that. And you have Chelsea Green win it. Then you got it. That's the thing that Impact is missing right now. It's the it couple. Yep. The it couple, and the Cardonas are the it couple, because remember, Matt Cardona is the digital champion. He's also NWA world champion. He's doing a lot of amazing things with Game Changer Wrestling. Now, if he can bring all of those, but keep it PG, where he's not saying the F-bomb or all the crap that he says on GCW, keep that on there, but bring that heelish character where you can just flip off the fans saying, screw you, you're a nobody, yada, yada. Then you have the it couple together. Then, please, Cardona, you got to be the one to take that belt off of Moose.
Yes, exactly.
Right now, the Cardonas should be the it couple of Impact.
I agree. I 100% agree.
Who do you got that's on a couple? You got Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis, or Mike Kanellis and Maria Kanellis, but they're doing something different with the whole Honor No More deal. But you got Alicia Edwards and Eddie Edwards, which they're doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
But right there, you got the Cardonas. So you got Chelsea Green, you got Matt Cardona. Boom, It Couple. They take over Impact Wrestling and just throw Matt Cardona matches with different women. Wish this whole intergender thing keeps going.
Yeah.
Kind of deal, like what they've been doing, what they did with Cardona and Jordan Grace at the pay-per-view, which we will be talking about in a bit. But Chelsea Green, right there, that's my prediction on what's going to happen. Scott D'Amore, take the idea from me, from both of us. Cardona's the It Couple of Impact Wrestling. They take over Impact Wrestling. They make Impact Wrestling the top brand in professional wrestling. Now, you already know you're not going to beat WWE, or you maybe not going to beat AEW, but you got the It Couple right there.
Yep.
Because look at WWE. Who do you got for It Couples? Nobody.
Yeah.
Who you got? Look in AEW. Who's the It Couple? Nobody.
Right.
Impact Wrestling. Boom. You want to start an It Couple? There it is. The Cardonas on a silver platter. Run with it.
Exactly. They should do that.
Because remember, here's the thing. VSK is no longer part of the learning tree.
Yep.
You can put him with the Cardonas. Voila.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can get Brian Myers involved too and bring Hornswoggle in, and there you go. Major Figure Wrestling or Major Figures podcast right there. There's your team. There's your It team. Play as, different matches that they have, different title matches, because this whole, granted, I love the whole Bullet Club deal that's going on with the tag titles, but you need to separate that, bring the It Couple in, be like, hey, you two, you idiots are stupid tag teams. Me and our Swoggle and Brian Myers are going to challenge you for the tag titles. They win the tag titles. There you go. You got the It Couple.
And
what
just
faction do you have right now? You have Honor No More, which they're doing really good with their thing, which we'll talk in the main event. But anyways, I'm going off topic. Let's continue the pay-per-view. But that's what I'm thinking.
Just think about if they do that, how that would be the top heel, basically another heel group that would be dominant.
That's right. Who you got as a heel group right now? You got Honor No More, which they're basically not really somewhat of an it factor. They're starting to remind me of the Nexus back in the day, where they go and destroy whoever's their best, and they throw them in a match with the best, and then which you did better than what Nexus did with Team Cena back at SummerSlam when Daniel Bryan made his debut as their last partner type deal, and they beat Nexus. You're using Honor No More right now as the Nexus.
Yeah. Yeah. And see, the only other heel dominant group is Violent by Design, but you see, they're not winning right now.
They're not doing anything. They're just like, what are you doing with them?
Yeah. They were a dominant group when they debuted. They had the tag titles. Eric had the world title. Not at the same time, but to me, I've always thought they needed all those belts at the same time to make them dominant. But yeah, we'll talk more about that in another video. But yeah, Digital Media Championship next. Matt Cardona defends against Jordan Grace, and what turned out to be where Cardona got tongue tied there. Sorry, Cardona tried to win at all costs. He tried to use the chair. The ref's like, no. He tried to do everything he could do to win against Jordan Grace. And then Grace just got frustrated with everything and just kicked Cardona right there in the nuts. Low blow. Ref seen it right then and there. DQ'd Jordan Grace, ha on her.
Yep.
But yeah, that's what happened. Matt Cardona retains the digital media championship, and then after he walks up the ramp, flips everybody off with the middle finger, and then that's it. So, Michael Miner, your thoughts on this match?
I love how they did it. I really loved how they did it, where Matt Cardona got Jordan Grace pissed off to the point where she just like, screw it, DQ, hit Cardona with a chair. He rolled out of the ring. Smart idea from Cardona.
Yeah, that was awesome to see that. I loved how they did it. And I do want to mention this. I read on Twitter that Scott D'Amore came out at the end of No Surrender after it was off the air, and he told the crowd that he was very sorry about what Matt Cardona did at No Surrender. So he was offering everybody that who was upset that they could get a free ticket to the tapings tonight at the tapings. And he said if people already had a ticket to the tapings, they would get a discount on merchandise that night. So what did you think about that?
I thought it was, wow.
I was like, really? Free tickets? I'm like
damn, give us some free tickets. Let's go. I mean,
I know, right? After that happened, Grace tried to assault Cardona with the chair, and Cardona got out of there very quickly. So, Michael, could we see Cardona versus Jordan Grace number 3 here at Sacrifice?
I hope not, but if it does, just like Cardona wins it. I mean, if you put it in no disqualification at Sacrifice, okay, then you could see the whole deal be planted, but I don't really want to see them two at it again.
I don't either. I want to see somebody new, somebody fresh, somebody going after that title. But
and if you guys saw on the prediction show, I called Jordan Grace steroid woman because with her muscles, I think she took steroids for those.
Yeah, good call.
But I won't be that mean, so.
Next, we have Gia Miller interviewing the number 1 contender for the Knockouts World title, Tasha Steelz, when it is discovered that, and then while she was talking to Tasha Steelz, somebody said, help, we need help, we need help. And so the cameraman was running to see what was going on, and we discovered that Eddie Edwards has been laid out backstage.
Laid out. Just think of the picture, guys. Think of the situation. Knocked out in quotations.
Yeah.
Who actually knocked him out? You might get more details on Impact on how that all played out. Because remember, Eddie Edwards always blamed Steve Maclin for not to trust him, but just think of it. You'll see what happens at the end of the show. Just picture it in your mind. Okay, Eddie Edwards is out.
Yeah.
How do you get up so quick and did what he did at the ending?
So next match, we had the Impact World Tag Team Champions, the Good Brothers, versus.
I can't talk about it. I'm out. You can talk about. I'm just gonna go over here to the corner.
All right.
Go ahead and talk about the match. It makes me mad.
The Good Brothers defending. Okay, sorry, Michael Miner's upset over this, but the Good Brothers defends against GODG, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa for the Impact World Tag Team Championships. And boy, was this a upset and a big swerve that nobody saw coming. So we had Chris Bay comes down to ringside as Gallows chokeslams Tonga Loa on the floor, and Bay didn't do anything. He was like, did I do that? I didn't do that. And then Jay White then sneaks up behind Tama Tonga and hits him with a Blade Runner out of nowhere. The Good Brothers capitalize with the Magic Killer and retains the Impact World Tag Team titles in what to be a turn of events here. And then afterward, Jay White and Chris Bay celebrate, and they put up the Too Sweet, and they's like, "Come on, Good Brothers, join us. Good Brothers, join us." And it appears that the Good Brothers is back with the Bullet Club, and now we have the Good Brothers, Jay White, Chris Bay, as the new and improved Bullet Club, and God is now taken out of the Bullet Club at the hands of Jay White. What the crap? Michael Miner, are you all right over there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Any thoughts?
Any thoughts? Why, Jay? Why? Why did you do this? You could have hit that switchblade on freaking Carl Anderson and then gave them the title. Why? Why did you do it to Tamatonga? I want answers this Thursday on why you did that. Like, seriously. Put this video on Twitter and send it to Jay White and say, Michael Miner says, why, Jay White? Why? He wants answers this Thursday of why he did that. It's just mind-blowing. It pissed me off. I was sitting in the edge of my chair, pissed. I almost threw my chair across the room, but I didn't. I didn't want to break the new chair that I just bought. I was pissed. I had to eat my sorrows away last night. That night I was just drinking my sorrows away. It's like, why? Why the Good Brothers? Why? You got a guy that's faking his retirement, thinking he's retired, and then you got a guy that goes on, makes videos of him getting drunk with some friends and all that kind of crap. Why? Why would you online with two idiots called the Good Drunks? Like,
yeah.
I want my answers, Jay. I want my answers this Thursday. You're going to get what you deserve. You're going to get kicked by my boys, God. They'll be back taking your ass out, take the tag titles, and maybe start the Samoan dynasty.
Well, maybe Jay White is upset because of what happened at the Super Bowl. He might be joining the Good Brothers because he's a Bengals fan like Carl Anderson.
Oh, jeez. Who cares about the stupid Bengals? They lost. They're losers. My Rams won. Congrats to them. Bengals, you're such losers because you have a Joe Burrow. Just, no.
So, Michael, do you want to move on from your sadness here?
Just move on. I don't want to talk more about this match anymore.
So now we're going on to the Knockouts World Tag Team Championship match. It's Hillbilly James. That's right, Mickie James, Hillbilly Country, taking on, defending her title against Tasha Steelz with Savannah Evans. Michael, your thoughts?
Did you just say tag team titles?
I think I did.
The Inspiration has the tag titles. You're talking about the Impact Knockouts title, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
I don't know what's going on with Fatback or Billy. Now I'm getting his name wrong. Travis here or over there now. I thought it was a decent match. I wanted to see Tasha win it to build up her more credibility as a knockout, but it was a good match. But now that that's over, let my story continue.
Yeah, we had Savannah Evans got involved, and then Chelsea Green came down there to even the odds for Mickie, and she takes out Evans on the apron, and then Mickie sends Tasha crashing into Green, and then scores the pinfall to retain the Knockouts world title. So, and then at the end, we had Chelsea Green and Mickie James celebrating laying on the floor like they're rolling around on the floor together. It's like, really?
See? All the stories going?
Yeah. Yep.
Trish Stratus is Mickie James. Mickie James is Chelsea Green.
Mickie James has retained the Knockouts World Championship there. I said,
there you go.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking, why didn't we have the tag titles on this show? I don't know. They said the Inspiration wasn't here. I don't know. But
I don't know.
next, we have Rich Swann reveals that Dr. Ross has not medically cleared Eddie Edwards to compete tonight following his attack at the hands of the unknown assaultant. Swann introduces his longtime friend and tag team partner as Edwards' replacement. Who could it be, ladies and gentlemen? Are you ready? Are you ready for it? It is none other than Big Mac himself, Willie Mack. Your thoughts, Michael?
Yeah, it was good to see Willie Mack back again. I thought maybe if it wasn't for Josh Alexander being released, I think it would have been Josh Alexander to be the replacement. But him being there, yeah, it was good to see him as the replacement. But I still want to see Alexander to be the replacement.
We are now going to move on to the next match. It was for the Impact World Heavyweight Championship as Moose defends his world championship against W. Morrissey in a match was like, it was like whatever here. We had Tom Phillips and Matthew Wade on commentary. Moose hits not one but two spears in the first few minutes of the match. What do you think about this?
Are we talking about a match that I really don't care of?
Yeah, we're on this match.
The match.
Yeah, exactly.
I just don't like them two. Those two had a horrible match. That was, ladies and gentlemen, I have some late breaking news. Moose versus W. Morrissey will have an honor mention. They are the worst match in history in 2022.
I have to agree. And what do you
years and all the I'm gonna put you through a table and like no.
And what do you think of Moose doing all these spears? Do you think they just was like, oh, we watched Chamber earlier with Goldberg, and they're like, we're going to do the spear thing too?
Yeah, let's do the spear thing. And W. Morrissey, you come in and put me to sleep.
But you know,
all the Indie Impact Wrestling fanboys always saying, "Oh, WWE is copying us." Go kiss my.
So, you know what saved this match, Michael? You know who saved this match?
Who did?
Brian Myers on commentary.
Yes, he saved the match. Thank you, Brian Myers. Thank you. You did a better commentary than that. But I gotta say that that Drama King dude, he's doing perfect as on commentary.
Yes, he sure is.
He's doing the more heelish part of the commentary, and Tom Phillips is doing more of the face part.
Yeah, because Ray Wald in the middle of No Surrender, I don't know what match it was, but he told Tom Phillips to shut up, which was funny.
Yep.
But Moose hits a final spear to retain the Impact World title. That was it. Still champion, Impact World Champion Moose. So now we move on to the main event of the evening. Team Impact, Rich Swann, Big Mac, Willie Mack, Chris Sabin, Rhino, and Steve Macklin taking on Honor No More, Mike Bennett, Matt Taven, Kenny King, Vincent, which I'm a fan of. I like Vincent. I love his gimmick. He reminds me a lot of Luke Harper, and also PCO's in the match, which I have a little opinion about PCO in a way, but I'll say that in a minute. If Team Impact wins, Honor No More must leave Impact Wrestling. So
ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize for the prediction show calling Steve Macklin VSK.
That was funny. That was just so funny. Yeah. But when they made this stipulation, Michael, if Honor No More lost, they were no longer, they would have to leave Impact Wrestling, and I was like, well, there you have it. They kind of spoiled the winner, because if they lost, then the storyline
there would be no more. But remember, the whole swerve at the end was
exactly. So, Michael, what are your thoughts on the whole match? This was an epic main event match. I think it's another match of the year candidate. We had a lot of dives to the outside, and I want to ask you about this. PCO, I'm glad he's okay. He almost killed himself. He did a suicide dive onto nobody on the outside.
That's PCO for you, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys don't know much about PCO, go back to the French Canadians, or the Mounties back in the old WWF days. What they really did with the whole PCO character was to make him look like a French Frankenstein. If you guys have not seen all those promo videos with that dude, doing the whole, yeah, you're gonna come to life, and taking a battery charger and putting it on his fingers, making it like he can get used to pain and stuff like that. He's starting to remind me of a little bit like a Frankenstein type character, but match was awesome. I loved how they ended that match.
Yep.
It was just beautiful, which Travis will tell us about what happened.
That's right. So next we had Rich Swann and Willie Mack was right there on the apron, and Matt Taven was helping PCO set up his PCO salt, where he gets on top and he does the salt on the apron, and he hit Willie Mack and Rich Swann, and that had to hurt like crap.
I'm surprised the ribs weren't crushed. Oof.
I don't see how in the world he don't get hurt after that move, but anyway.
He just doesn't care about pain. That's his character. He doesn't care about pain. He'll inflict himself. He's starting to remind me, if you put him in a mixture with Matt Tremont. If you guys don't know much about Matt Tremont, I do. He's starting to remind me of that guy that doesn't care about pain. He just loves pain. He loves being, shocked and shit like that. It's just, put those two in a match. Those two would just put on a clinic.
And the other big move, Michael, that was off the top rope to the outside was Vincent hitting the red rum on the outside. Now that was insane.
Oh, that was a beautiful red rum. That move was beautiful, what he did. Oof.
And then here at the end of the match, we had Rhino was going to hit a gore. Maria got in the ring and's like, no, you're not going to hit a gore. I think it was Mike Bennett, if I'm correct. Maria's like, no, you're not hitting. Then Matt Taven got in there, and he was going to gore both of them, and Maria got involved, and he's like, nope, I'm going for Maria now. I'm going Maria. And then all of a sudden, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Edwards comes out.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, he's been revived.
And he comes out with the kendo stick, and he's like, he's throwing the kendo stick like he's trying to hit one of the members of Honor No More. Like he hit the rope and stuff. And then he's like, I'm going to hit Maria. And Rhino's like, yeah, hit Maria, hit Maria. And then Eddie Edwards says, no, you gore Maria. And so Rhino was getting ready. And then when Rhino was running at Marina, boom! Eddie Edwards just nailed Rhino with the kendo stick, and then hit Rich Swann with the kendo stick, knocked him to the outside, and also Willie Mack. And before he hit Rich Swann said, Eddie, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? And Eddie just went, boom, knocked him out. And Eddie Edwards then grabbed the referee on the outside. Eddie Edwards told the referee to count Kenny King's pin. 1, 2, 3, Honor No More is your winner here. And they get to stay in Impact Wrestling. Eddie Edwards, why Eddie, why? Hashtag heel turn Eddie.
Yep.
Your thoughts, Michael?
I have to say that ending was perfect. Guys, if you didn't, I wish they showed a camera view of Drama King's expression of the match. And when he's going, no, he was all pissed off because he didn't want Honor No More to win, because he was more Impact. Because, see, that's what I love about Drama King. He can play a tweener. He can play a heel type superstar. He can play a face type announcer because he loves Impact Wrestling. He didn't want to see Honor No More win the match, but the way he said, like, no, it's like Todd Phillips was more, saying, oh no, not this, but Drama King gave you that expression of what he thought of the match. It's like, bull crap. No, why, Eddie? Why? I just love how he did that. And then they end off the show. We get a little bit like an after show type deal when they show them leave. And I guess Eddie Edwards ripped up a sign made by a fan or something. And I just love it. I love how there's now, can't wait to see what they're going to do in Impact this Thursday. With Scott D'Amore is going to get involved, be like, why, Eddie? Why did you do this? He'll explain why and stuff like that. I just can't wait for Impact this Thursday. Now, see, ladies and gentlemen, now you understand why I've getting back to watching Impact Wrestling. If you guys don't know, since the whole deal where they were dying and they were falling apart, I don't even watch Impact anymore. Yep. Now going into 2022 with this whole storyline of Honor No More and Impact, I started to get back to watching because remember, Ring of Honor is on a hiatus until April. When they start going back, because remember, they have a thing coming up with the whole WrestleCade, show, Super Card of Honor. They've got like one match scheduled so far. The Briscoes, an open challenge match for the Ring of Honor tag titles. I also want to do a little Ring of Honor news after we get done here, because I want to mention 3 Hall of Fame nominations. So we'll talk about that here in a sec.
So yeah, you mentioned Eddie. Yeah, I seen that on their news sites were reporting after it went off the air. Eddie Edwards. There was a sign that said Eddie Edwards, Heart and Soul of Impact, and he ripped it up. So yeah, that was Hill Eddie. We got Hill Eddie now, and he's.
I bet he did. I bet that was a kid, and maybe that kid had that cry, that crying thing, because maybe the kids maybe loved Eddie Edwards being the heart and soul of Impact, but he just crushed you right there in front of everybody.
And you got to realize Eddie Edwards has been face in Impact Wrestling for over 8 years.
Yeah, because then, with the whole, you guys go look at Sami Callihan's Twitter, his tweet that he said about what happened at the ending. He was like, wow, I must have really did this to him, and I love it.
So it's crazy to think we got heel Eddie now, and Sami Callihan was like the heel forever, and I'm guessing when he comes back, I guess it's going to be weird to see him as a face.
Yeah, I think he'll be. Yeah, I can see him weird being a face again. It's just like.
Do you think this could make a feud between the return of Sami versus Eddie again?
We might. I mean, we got Sacrifice. I don't know I think the next big pay-per-view is coming up pretty soon. It's got to be Slammiversary. I think it would be.
It's Rebellion on the 23rd.
Rebellion. There you go. Hey, get down. Because remember, I'm thinking Rebellion's going to be in Dallas because with the whole WrestleMania. No. Because it's on the 8th.
Rebellion's Portuguese, New York.
Okay, so yeah, they might not be doing the whole. I wish it would have been part of WrestleMania weekend. That would have been pretty cool.
It would have, but they are still going to do a show. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's finish up this real quick, and then I'll get into that. But that concludes the No Surrender review right here on the Impact Wrestling Slam Zone. Michael Miner, let's go ahead and rate this show and give us our final thoughts. I think No Surrender, I give it a 9 out of 10 because I am taking off a star for the Moose match because I didn't give a crap about it. Donna Purrazzo Open Challenge was it was worth watching. It was all right, but I give it 9 out of 10. Michael, your thoughts and final rating.
Final thoughts. Great pay per view. I just didn't really much cared about the whole open challenge match between with Deanna Prazo and the match between Moose and W. Morrissey. I give the show pretty much an 8.5 out of 10 because my half is from those two matches. If those two matches weren't happened, it would have been 10 out of 10. But I'm just gonna I'm just gonna do 9.5 out of 10 because the only match I just didn't like was the W. Morrissey and Moose match, the Snooze Fest, which, if you don't know, was my bathroom break / doing something on my computer. I was turning that crap down, but yeah, it was good show, good pay per view.
I thought you was going to give it a lower one because you was upset over the God match.
No, that whole deal I knew was going to be predictable. We'll just have to see what how they're going to do that. I could maybe think Jay White's just doing it to just do a swerve back at them kind of deal. I don't know. We'll have to see. Because I mean, if he does that swirl, then I'm like, okay, he swerved them.
Yep. Okay, so that concluded that. So let's go on to some Impact news. They are doing a WrestleCon show. I'm not sure if they're going to put it on Impact Plus. To me, it don't sound like it because they're doing a 9 p.m. show. They're going to do a double show, a 9 p.m. show at WrestleCon on April 1st with all just regular Impact Wrestling stars. And then at midnight, they're going to do another show of IPWF, the throwback throwdown thing they doing. I don't care about
that garbage thing. I don't care.
I never cared, but they doing that on WrestleCon. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be on. Maybe they're going to tape it and just randomly put it on Impact Plus or something.
Yeah, they'll have it taped, and you'll have your spoilers out there.
Yeah, exactly. I hate them. But yeah, so we're going to go over to Michael Miner with his Ring of Honor news.
All right, real quick, ladies and gentlemen, it's just a short Ring of Honor news. If you guys don't know, there has been 3 inductions into the Ring of Honor Hall of Fame. The first one I'm happy about is Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, the Briscoe brothers. They've been with Ring of Honor since day one, since the door opened till now. The induction number 2 was Samoa Joe. I was kind of shocked to see that, but it was congrats to him. I mean, well-deserved Hall of Fame induction from Ring of Honor. Also being inducted into the Hall of Fame of Ring of Honor is Bryan Danielson. That really right there deserves that. So if I can think, if they do 2 more inductees, my 2 will be Homicide and Nigel McGuinness. Because Nigel McGuinness has been with Ring of Honor for a long time. So I would like to see them do it. But if you could pick 2 people, well, I don't know. You don't know much about Ring of Honor, do you? The superstars that came from Ring of Honor?
I know a little bit, yeah.
Okay. What 2 do you think would be inducted to the Hall of Fame? I wouldn't mind seeing Christopher Daniels be next because I think he'd be well deserved to be honored into the Hall of Fame because he's been a big part of Ring of Honor in the past, ever since he went from there to Impact, and then he left Impact for a while and then did some stuff with addiction with him and his friend Frankie Kazarian. There you go. Another addition could be in there too. But if you could pick 2 Hall of Fames that should go into the Ring of Honor Hall of Fame, who do you think should go in?
Well, first of all, I think that there's this guy. He was in TNA back in the day. I know he was in Ring of Honor a long time ago before he came to Impact or TNA back then. Elix Skipper, I think.
Okay.
I think Elix Skipper, primetime Elix Skipper, he was an awesome wrestler in the TNA era. And I know he got his roots before he went to TNA in Ring of Honor. So I'm going with Elix Skipper because you haven't heard from him in
Yeah.
years. So I'm going with.
I'm gonna have to look his name up and see what he's been doing today.
Yeah, the last thing I heard back after he left TNA was he owned a chain of McDonald's. He owned a franchise of McDonald's restaurants in Florida.
Okay.
So that's the last time I heard about him. But yeah, my first one's Elix Skipper. And I know this won't never happen. He's still an active wrestler. He's in the WWE. It will never happen. But he was an awesome career in Ring of Honor. He had an awesome stint in Ring of Honor. You might know where I'm going, Michael Miner. And his name is, well, not AJ. I was going with Kevin Owens.
Oh, yes. Yes. My favorite, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, Kevin Steen. If you guys don't know, I own one of the Kevin Steen shows from Hotspots. If you go back to my old videos on my channel, I did an unboxing when I won a Hotspot contest that they were doing, and I won a DVD, which pretty much basically is in the garage. I have to go through it and find it and clean it up a little bit and add it with my wrestling collection. But yeah, Kevin Steen, whew, that's how I got into Ring of Honor, was him. When he did the whole thing of, I don't care about honor, I'm going to be tearing up everybody, beat the crap out of everybody. He started a little group called Evil with him, Steve Corino, and Jimmy Jacobs. His reign as the Ring of Honor World Champion was amazing. But there's another one I can think of too that could be going in. I would love to see in the Hall of Fame. The American Wolves, Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards. Because remember, those two put on a clinic. I heard stories about their match. I even saw their match. They did the Best in the World revisit type thing, and they were doing that match between Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards for the Ring of Honor World Title. Oh my God, they put on a beautiful match. Technician, everything. They put on a match with that, so that would be really good to see inducted into the Hall of Fame too. So, but that is it for me for my little Ring of Honor news. So, with Super Card of Honor coming up, we've got the only match we know so far is the Ring of Honor tag titles being undefended in an open challenge from the Briscoes. So, I can't wait to see who's going to be the challengers, which we already know our prediction might be is going to be FTR, because with the whole situation back in just as Ring of Honor went off the air at Ring of Honor's God, what was that pay-per-view? Their last pay-per-view. Final Battle. That pay-per-view. Go check that out, ladies and gentlemen. That was a great pay-per-view. I might have to download it and put it with my wrestling collection. So, yeah.
And I do want to mention, when you're talking about the American Wolves, Eddie Edwards and what's the
Davey Richards.
Davey Richards. I couldn't think. Davey Richards. Yeah, they came.
How do you not know? They were part of TNA back in the day too. They were known as the
Well, you see,
Wolves,
they came in late or first of 2014 when I kind of went out.
Yeah.
Watching.
I was still watching Impact, ladies and gentlemen. I was still watching the whole MVP trying to take over Impact Wrestling. They had some lethal lockdown match. I still watched that to that, and then after that, I just nope. Yeah. I'm done.
That's when they went to. But anyway, they did. The American Wolves did reunite at Pro Wrestling Revolver a couple months ago, and they were supposed to face Sami Callihan and Moxley, but they had to face somebody else. Moxley teamed with somebody else. I don't remember who it was, but the Wolves, Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards were heels in that match, which was crazy. But anyway, anyway, that was it for that, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, I would love to see you know, Kevin Steen in the Ring of Honor Hall of Fame. That would be cool to see. And don't remember, Michael, the reason I you know, thought about Kevin Owens is because I remember that match when Michael told me you need to see this match back in the day. It was Kevin Steen versus Michael, what I think it was Michael Elgin.
Yep, Michael Elgin. He was known as the Unbreakable Michael Elgin. Those two put on a clinic.
I remember watching that. You said you need to check this out. So I checked that Ring of Honor show out, and it was epic. I enjoyed that show.
Well, those two put on a match for the Ring of Honor World Title. Yeah, I think it was the final tour for Kevin Steen before he went to NXT, as known as Kevin Owens, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it was awesome.
So that concluded all the news items. So we're going to go ahead and get into our announcements and our things about our channels coming up. I do want to talk about the return of Brace for the Impact is coming very soon. We hopefully should get that in this coming week. Hopefully, we're hoping so. Maybe we can get it in by Thursday. That's if we can get some matches. If Impact Wrestling announces some matches, we will cover it. If not, they don't, we don't know any matches, we will still try to bring Brace for the Impact here this coming week. Bring it back, and we will just talk about what we think is going to happen on Impact Wrestling this coming Thursday if there's no matches announced. We can talk about one for sure, and that's that tag match, not title match, but tag match between Jake Something and Trey Miguel taking on Ace Austin and Speedball Mike Bailey. We can at least talk about that match. So stay tuned for Brace for the Impact. And what, Eric? Okay, it's going to be on. That's coming back on Brace for the Impact. Okay, I'll announce that too. Thanks, Eric. I'm getting word that higher ups is telling Eric Young for me to let y'all know that the TWF news update will be back on Brace for the Impact. So stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. I can't.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize if you saw that whole A-lister show type deal. It was just, oh my God, I didn't like what the A-lister did with that. That was just garbage.
Yeah, I agree. So we're going to have the TWF network news update coming at you on Brace for the Impact. And also, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get Michael Miner to see the first ever Asylum show to get this thing started.
Yes, I will.
So we need the Asylum series will be coming at you very, very, very soon.
I'll have to see if I can find it.
Where we review each and every Asylum episode coming at you very soon. And Michael Miner, I'm going to address this. I have to address it right here on the Empire Wrestling channel. People think we're going to copy somebody.
Oh,
what
dear God.
crap? Why does somebody that, oh, you copying, you can't do Asylum episodes, you review, you can't wait, is there a law?
Who's up there that's reviewing it? Man, I'm gonna have to go see who's reviewing those.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, is there a law on YouTube where only one person can review things? Anybody can review anything they want. So I just want to get that out there to everybody who thinks, we're not copying nobody here at the Impact Wrestling Slam Zone, because we put our own twist to our reviews like nobody else can't. Michael Miner on his channel, he does his predictions, it's his own twist. We all have our own different ways we do our reviews, our predictions. So I just wanted to get that out there, get that off my chest here. But no, we're not copying anybody, and I didn't think there was a law out there that we couldn't do it. So all I have to say is the Asylum series is happening. It's going to happen with the first ever review for the Asylum episode. So that's coming at you very soon. Brace for the Impact. Also, Megaversary, our 11-year anniversary show, is coming at you very soon in the next couple months. So stay tuned for that. And that is it for the announcements. And I'm going to send it over to Michael Miner for his TWF or whatever kind of announcements he's got for his channel and upcoming whatever videos he's got. So take it away, Michael.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, real quick, we're going to add and remove Travis there. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to give a little breaking news. One of the most famous weekends will be back. I know we haven't been doing this for years. WrestleMania weekend is returning April 1st through the 4th, which is only going to be April 1st through the 3rd. I'm not going to do the after the WrestleMania Raw deal. But yes, Gaming Slam Zone 32 will be bringing back a 3-night show, which we're going to start off with one of the biggest things that I would love to do, and I'm going to do a watch along for the WWE 2022 Hall of Fame induction ceremony. I do apologize that it does say 2021 because I couldn't find 2022 induction. The only one we know so far is The Undertaker will be inducted into the Hall of Fame, which is amazing. I cannot wait for the Dead Man. And then on April 2nd and the 3rd, we are bringing in a WrestleMania 38 watch-along. Yes, a 2-night watch-along, Saturday night, April 2nd, and Sunday, April 3rd, for both nights of WrestleMania 38 action. You guys will get to see it live on my channel, my main channel, and this channel very, very soon. Late breaking news also, Ring of Honor reviews are coming back. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Gaming Slam Zone 32 is bringing back the Ring of Honor reviews. We are going to be starting off with the upcoming Supercard of Honor pay-per-view that's coming up in the month of April, because we're getting close to them getting back from hiatus. So my Ring of Honor days are coming back to you guys. I cannot wait to review Ring of Honor stuff. I know some of the Ring of Honor shows are like on YouTube or somewhere out there. So hopefully if we can, I can find the shows that will be coming up after Supercard of Honor, I will make sure you guys will get a review for that. And also, ladies and gentlemen, the return of Prime Wrestling presents Resolution 1 through 5. Yes, 1 through 5, because 6 apparently you don't have it on my computer yet. So we will be bringing back the Prime Wrestling, which that one will be in the month of June. We'll be bringing that back. So get ready for that, ladies and gentlemen. Prime Wrestling Resolution review show is going to be returning very soon. I've been thinking up a lot of things to bring back for you guys that I've been long awaited returns. So, and also don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we have Long Way to the Top pay-per-view coming up this Sunday night, live on pay-per-view. Sorry, you're going to have to pay it for $9.99. Nope, sorry. You'll get to see it for free. Don't worry about it, ladies and gentlemen. You'll get to see it live on YouTube. And ladies and gentlemen, we got the biggest pay-per-view of the year, our second annual Clash of the Titans 2 pay-per-view, which is our WrestleMania coming up in the month of March, which is next month. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen. We are on the road to Clash of the Titans 2 pay-per-views. So you guys will get to see all the amazing nights. We've just been, I just told you guys after Long Way to the Top, we will be giving you our first inductees into the 2022 TWF Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Now, we know the two that we're going to be talking about are not part of TWF, but have been influences of TWF. So get ready for that, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, that is it for my news and updates. I cannot wait for a year of the Gaming Slam Zone. Oh, and also don't forget, I will be bringing back God of War Episode 2. from the new video game coming back pretty soon. I do apologize. I just haven't got a chance to play it. So that will return. Yeah. Let's go ahead and bring Travis back.
And don't forget, Michael Miner, that you will also have the long anticipated game of Madden NFL 22.
Yes. If you guys don't know, it will be uploaded tomorrow morning. You guys will see it premiere live at around 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. You guys will get to see the epic Madden 22 game that we just did, Super Bowl 56 renewed. So we decided to play Super Bowl 56. You guys will get to see the amazing. There's no audio, there's no commentary, so I do apologize. We were doing it on screen share. We were playing on the PS5 version, so you guys are gonna love that game. It was just, oh my god, it was. You'll wait to see that game coming soon.
All I have to say one word: epic. But that, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes.
Or can we say the Pat McAfee word? Stupendous.
There you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. But Michael, that's it. We have reviewed everything. Yep. We have talked all the news items, all our opinions about No Surrender. I think it's time to end the show. What do you think?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. The Impact Wrestling Fan Zone presents the No Surrender pay-per-view review show. Hopefully we'll be doing this maybe for Sacrifice, but we'll have to see how Sacrifice is and how good it was. But if not, then you won't get a review for that. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, see you guys next time. I'm Michael Miner. That is the owner of the Impact Wrestling Fan Zone, Travis Neely. Good night.
Thanks for watching the TNA Wrestling Fan Zone. Stay tuned next week for more fun, action, entertainment, brought to you by GTM Productions. Be breezy.
That's why he get up top, like he belong there. And when he taking off, it's like he on air. Trying to hide now. Whoa!